What's going on, paisanos? V here. On today's Market Watch, we're going to talk about dual power. And not just, dual power cards that are already out, but cards that might be in dual power. Konami hasn't fully released the whole set, and it might be a while before we get another Konami video talking about something else that's not dual power, but then have dual power cards to the side. It might be a while before we get that, and hopefully soon we'll have all the dual power leaks. But in this video, I want to talk about all the cards that can possibly be in this set. There's still a ton of cards, a lot of great reprint possibilities, and I would like to talk to you guys about it. But before I begin, I just want to say, guys, please make sure to like, subscribe, and definitely comment down below in this video. In fact, if you comment #Q for V, I'll answer your question at the end of my next Market Watch. But looking at dual power, you can see already the listings on TCG Player. It's already $40. The price keeps going higher and higher and higher. 4 boxes of dual power. Yu-Gi-Oh players all over the place are just grabbing the set. The product pre-sale will ship after 4/5. That's incorrect. It actually gets released on Tuesday. Anyway, I personally originally ordered 3 cases of dual power from Konami. Sold one to a customer already. Have 2 extra cases. One was gonna be for the shop, and the other one, well, I was either gonna break it down, sell to another guy. I'm so confident in dual power being such a great blockbuster set. I actually went yesterday and ordered another 3 cases from Konami. Now, if you are an OTS store and you like to order multiple cases, guys, I want to give you a little heads up. You're only allowed to order 3. You would have to email Konami, and depending how your store numbers look, they call them metrics, you can order more. So if you're an OTS store, you can do this. You just have to email Konami. You can probably call them and then email them. Once again, all the information will be on the Konami's website. If you are a store owner, it'll be a lot easier for you just to go ahead and do that if you want to order more dual power. I personally have 6 cases, and then Konami gave me the thing for the sneak preview. Once again, if you're an OTS store, you'll know what I'm talking about. Moving forward, one of the cards that is going to be a huge card in this set, dual power, is Infinite Impermanence. We know this. It's going to be short printed. We know this. Konami hasn't even said it. Konami's not going to short print like some random vanilla monster. It's going to be Infinite Impermanence. The faster you make peace with it, the faster we can all agree and just move forward and not deal with people complaining about these reprints. It's going to happen, okay? Now, I think it'll be roughly around 3 Infinite Impermanence per case. I think that's a pretty average number. Some people might pull multiples. I pulled 8, so V, I know you're talking about it's 8 per case, or some guy might pull 1, but the average number most likely will be 3 Infinite Impermanence per case. Great. Flames Destruction. This is a set it came out of. Well, what about Nightmares? Not just Nightmare Unicorn, which is currently roughly around $34, a little bit down from its $37 price point, but what about all the Nightmares? Obviously, if you're holding Unicorn and Griffin, it'll be a bit of a rarity downgrade, but nevertheless, the price will go down for the secret rares. You see, when we get ultra rare versions of all the Nightmare monsters, the secret rare price points of Unicorn and Griffin will drop down, being the fact that Yu-Gi-Oh players will be getting rid of their Griffins, rid of their unicorns, buying a crap ton of dual power, and then re-getting these cards again, and just keeping the ultra rares, because why not? It's there, and everyone's going to be listing them online. Now, I think that's great for the price points of these cards, because it makes it so everyone you can play can have access to these cards at a cheaper price point. But even though, for Nightmare Unicorn, Nightmare Griffin being secret rares, looking at other versions, Nightmare Phoenix is almost a $3 super rare. To go over here. Actually, I'm sorry, it is a $3 super. It's almost a $4 super rare for Nightmare Phoenix. Looking at Nightmare Cerberus, a little bit less used. This card is almost about $3 as well. Actually, about $2 as well for Nightmare Cerberus. Looking at Nightmare Mermaid, another card that came out rare. It will have a huge bump upgrade to ultra rare. That'd be great for all the Nightmare cards. I think dual power should do that already. It gives a lot of more players a lot more cards that are a lot cheaper. Next, guys, Vampire Sucker. Now, before a lot of you go, V, I don't want this card, blah, 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 whatever. Listen, Vampire Sucker was like an $8 card forever. And it's only going higher in the market. It's only going higher. We know reprints are going to be coming out of Flames Destruction. I really would like this card to get reprinted. I personally love my German Vampire Sucker, my German Vampire deck core. I love that deck core. But at the same token, Vampire Sucker is really expensive. And if Konami wants to do anything zombies, you bet this card is going to go higher in value. My price card is roughly around $23 for first edition. Unlimited, about $21.50. That's about higher than its $21 market price. The card is slowly going higher and higher and higher. Desperately needs a great reprint. And once again, if you guys want to play zombies in the future, you need this card. It's their Link monster. Next, Red Reboot. I think this goes without saying for a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players that are looking for great reprints in dual power. Red Reboot right now, unlimiteds are almost about $4.50. First editions are almost about $5 for Red Reboot. This card is a great card against a lot of control decks, and yet we need another printing. This price point for a super rare is getting pretty out of hand. Even though I'll admit, most super rares when Konami first releases a set, are pretty bad and are relatively inexpensive, and they throughout time go higher, which is cool for those holding those super rares. With Dual Power, it'll give Yu-Gi-Oh! Players access to a higher rarity version of a great card that they desperately need and not want to pay $5 for. Another card, Called by the Grave, obviously. Now, Called by the Grave had a bunch of versions. You had the super rare version, and you had the common version. These are relatively new. Extreme Force and Flames of Destruction, relatively newer sets, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Players have access to these cards. But Called by the Grave super rares are about $6. Called by the Grave commons, the commons are almost near $4 for Called by the Grave. Yeah, can we have reprints, please? Like, desperately. This needs to be done already. Next, guys, Summon Sorceress. Now, some of you might agree with this, some of you might disagree with this. I know this talks about balance, and if we get Needle Fiber, we need to hit Summon Sorceress to have a nice mediated balance. And I agree on all that as far as Summon Sorceress needing to be hit. But I don't think Konami's gonna hit Summon Sorceress. And if we get Needle Fiber in the Bowser Legend set after Nationals, then what does it matter if we get a balance right afterwards? It does nothing. That's the way I feel about it. But looking at Summon Sorceress, I think it desperately needs another great reprint. Yes, I had a super rare reprint of Soul Fusion, $1.50, but that was a super rare. Ultra rare is the best version, and to see an ultra rare Summon Sorceress, it'd be great. It's about a $10 card, and it's a little bit under its market price. Initially, Summon Sorceress price points were about like $25, $30 price. It was insane. I sold a bunch of mine to a store at $26 per Summon Sorceress. Made a ton of money. I ain't gonna lie, it's good money and good times. But yeah, Summon Sorceress desperately needs an Ultra reprint just to match its original rarity. It'd be really good, actually. And if there's any kind of updated card text, they can slap it on there. It kind of works out really well. Up next, there could only be one. Now, this card's starting to see some meta play, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are really excited about seeing this card come back to the meta that actually invested in the Extreme Force. I know a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players that were going crazy over this card, saying, V, this card's great, this card's gonna be good, and now we're seeing it see play. Well, look at look at there only be one. Market price is roughly around $4, and for Unlimited, it's actually about $3.50. First editions, that's where you're gonna see a little bit above the $4 price point. Roughly about almost near $4.50 for there could only be one. This is a super rare Extreme Force. This card absolutely, desperately needs a reprint. Once again, at a higher rarity, it'd be great for everybody all around. You think this is gonna get reprinted? Can we just dream? Can we just, like, put everything to the side? Can we just go, man, if Konami made Boruto Dragon a reprint in Dual Power, and then again in Bowser Legends, Konami MVP. Now, do I think this is gonna get reprinted? No. As much as I want to be reprinted, as much as you can make the argument, like a Dragonic Diagram, getting back-to-back reprints at same rarity, all over the place, I don't think it's going to happen with Boruto Dragon. I think Konami wants us to just look at the card and dream, and then when Battle Legends comes out, buy it. That's the way I feel about this. But looking at Boruto Dragon, the current price point, the market price is actually about $87, and the unlimited versions are $72, first editions are $75. This card is dropping like fire, if fire could drop out of the sky, meteor fire. Anyway, Boruto Dragon is a great card. I think a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are obviously playing this card, and I feel like with a reprint version of this card on the horizon, those holding multiple versions of this card are just trying to unload it, and that's what we're seeing. That's the initial drop. It's not Yu-Gi-Oh! Players drawing this card away and waiting for an ultra rare that would may or may not come out in Dual Power. No. This card is dropping a price point because if you have two of these, you have one extra, and people are trying to sell this as fast as possible because they just don't need the extra ones, especially with the reprint that's inevitably going to be coming out later on this year. Up next, Dangers. Now, we can say Danger Nessie, you can say Danger Bigfoot, Danger Jackalope, Chupacabra, Chuchinoko, Thunderbird, hell, Mothman. Give me that Mothman, boy. Ultra rare Mothman. Let's go. Listen, I think Dangers are amazing reprint target. Just think of it this way. Konami reprints Dangers, they can hit it on the next ban list after. This is how Konami works, by the way, in case anyone's confused. They reprint a lot of great cards. Yu-Gi-Oh! Players have a limited amount of access to the reprinted versions of these cards, and then, boom, ban list hits. Some of these cards may or may not go away. One of the most notable ones was Infernities. If anyone knows that Infernities times, oof. Infernities for 2 weeks, best stack, tier 0, banlist hit. Where did Infernities go? I don't know. They came back later on, by the way. Anyway, looking at Dangers, I think Dangers are absolutely another archetype, a core that should be a reprint target. I think if Konami wants to promote Dual Power even more, besides with the already amazing... Can I just pause real quickly? With the current reprints of Dual Power, Konami can make a lot of fluff cards, and it'll sell like hotcakes still. Because the allure of getting all these great cards, evenly matched, the Ghost Girls, Infinite Permanents, it will sell. Natura Beast, which is insanely expensive. It will definitely sell. But adding more to it, what do you think happens? It sells faster. Konami has a history so far, recently, of selling out of Savage Strike, regular and special editions, Soul Burner, and topping regionals, breaking records in all regionals, for nationals, for YCS, all over the place. If they reprinted Danger Nesties and put Dangers in Dual Power, man, I don't know how stores are going to be able to hold those boxes. That's why I don't know. Next, Sky Striker Mecha Widow Anchor. Listen, this, we know Engage is getting a reprint at Super Rare Rarity. We don't know about Widow Anchor. I think Widow Anchor will be reprinted with Engage. But if Konami wanted to, once again, promote Dual Power in preparation for Nationals, since Sky Strikers is definitely a good deck, and most likely since they're trying to sell Engages at Super Rare Rarity in Battles of Legends after Nationals, where it's not really going to be wanted as much as it is now, the best smartest thing to do is not only put Widow Anchor, but put Engage in Dual Power. Not only put Widow Anchor Engage in Dual Power, those who do not want to shell out money for Shizuku and Kagari at Ultimate Rare, instead of having the Super Rare versions, or even the Super Rare versions of Aerospace, bump the rarity up to Ultra Rare. This will promote the crap out of everybody. Whether you're a competitive current Sky Striker player with vanilla versions of these cards that will now get a rarity upgrade, or if you're a not Sky Striker player, but you want to get Widow Anchor, you want to get Engaged, and now you have access to these cards at Ultra Rarity. Not the highest rarity, but a reprinted rarity in which you could play for Nationals. It'd be insanely smart if Konami did it during Dual Power. Not that I'm not a big fan of the Battles Legends release. I think it should have been done in Dual Power because Yu-Gi-Oh! Players need these cards now. Regional seasons, YCS, and Nationals. This would be the smartest thing Konami to do. And even though Dangers we could talk about as well, that kind of would be the same in the same setup. Strikers are going all over the place. They're topping all over again. They were gone forever, and now they're coming back and just beating everybody down. I really think if Konami really wanted to promote this game's meta, and with the reprints of Dual Power, throw Widow Anchor, throw Engage in there, rarity bump some of the other Striker cards, and watch that set fly off the shelves. Before I begin with anything else, I want to say, as the OTS owner, I will be selling my boxes of Dual Power at $30. That's MSRP because that's a fair price point. Now, other OTS owners probably are going to upgrade the price point of Dual Power. The reason why they're doing this is because they're most likely a Magic OTS owner, which since MSRPs are a myth with Magic Gathering product, and the MSRPs are suggested, they literally go beyond the suggested at every point, because Magic the Gathering Wizard of the Coast has raised margins on a lot of their cards, a lot of their products. So they want to make that extra revenue to actually compensate to reinvest in their business. Now, with Dual Power, you might see this at your locals, and it's not because it's a bad locals, it's because the owner is mostly a Magic the Gathering owner. They don't know this is not how it works at Yu-Gi-Oh! You can try to explain it. Most likely they don't care. People are still going, yeah, man, you shouldn't be doing this because we're not like Magic the Gathering. They'll go, oh, that's funny. And then they make a $40 sell at a $30 product. They're going to sell that product. What I recommend, if that does happen, find other locals. And if they don't have any, then go to Walmart, unfortunately, which does charge tax, which is ridiculous. I only charge tax on debit cards, by the way. That's a little side note for business owners. Cash, nobody knows about it. Between me and you, in my pocket, we're all good to go. I'm not trying to avoid taxes, but, taxes hit you hard, man. Anyway, moving forward, guys. Tricks of the Reincarnation. We've seen the Ulti Lycanus. And the other Tricks of the cards, Candina and Light Shades, are already ultra rare. Highly doubtful they'll be reprinted in Dual Power, especially with some of these cards already getting reprint. Well, what about Reincarnation? Came on Code of Duelist, came on the Relentless Revenge. That's it. That is it. The prices are slowly increasing. Original print versions of Reincarnation are hitting $9, whereas the market price is about $7.40. Tricks of Reincarnation on Battles Legends are stabilizing roughly around $7, but that's still not good enough. If Konami gave Yu-Gi-Oh! Players more access to Tricksters, we still probably wouldn't play it, but it'd be cool to have access to these cards that, should be banned. Next, Infinity. Oh, I'll talk about this in a bit, Infinity Chase. I don't know why I have it over here. I'll talk about Infinity Chase in a little bit. Next, number 75, Bamboozling Gospel Shadow. This card is going lower and lower and lower in the prices. Market price of this card roughly around $20. We're seeing it actually about $14. This card was a $35 card. What happened, Rongo players? Did it sell fast enough? Now, looking at number 75, Bamboozling Gossip Shadow, I think this card might actually have viability in the future meta. I really do. Not right now, obviously, as it's taking the value, but definitely have viability. Konami might also see that and go, this card might be used in the future. Well, instead of going, okay, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players, we're just going to keep the meta moving, and eventually this card comes back, and now you got to buy an old school Battles of Legends, Relentless Revenge, Secret Rare, as we're in the future. Future V, how's it going? That is going to suck. What won't suck is Konami reprints this card in Dual Power. allowing Yu-Gi players to have more access. Obviously, Yu-Gi players aren't going to want this. They're going to be cracking a ton of dual power. There's going to be a ton of these cards going around. And if you out there want to buy 75 Bamboozle and Gasp Shadow, you can buy a secret rare at an insanely cheaper price because everyone's going to be unloading theirs. Up next, DD Crow. Yeah, no, it's not going to be printed in dual power. It shouldn't be reprinted in dual power. I just want to talk about how the fact that DD Crow Dual Terminal 5 is going higher in value. Market price is roughly $3.40. Near mint of $6. There's only one over there. The page bombs out at $20, and that ain't a big page. So, yeah, DD Crow from Dual Terminal 5. In fact, taking a step back and looking at all DD Crows, we're looking at the Legendary Collection Kaiba ones. They're about $4. Looking at the Super Rares, they're about $2. The commons are about $2. Just all over the place, DD Crow is worth money, at least $2 minimum, even if it's common, for a DD Crow. Great trade bait, because it's starting to see meta play. Also, Heavy Storm Duster. Let's go back into dual power reprints. Heavy Storm Duster got reprinted in 2018 Megatins, as well as Coda the Duelist. It's relatively inexpensive, I'll give you that. But, once again, Konami's not thinking about the value of the secondary market. They're thinking about the playability of some of these cards. One of these cards is definitely Heavy Storm Duster, which has the ability to show, you know, a lot, especially side deck play. And I think that if Konami wants to reprint Heavy Storm Duster, it'd be a great card that Yu-Gi players can utilize moving into the, you know, regionals, nationals, YCS. Seeing Heavy Storm Duster being a rarity bump, it's only icing on the cake at that point. Up next, Totally Awesome. A card that had a reprint in the 2017 Mega Pack and Invasion Vengeance. That's it. Price point's been around, the Megatins are about 9s, nines almost near 10s. The original print versions are about $10. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I don't want this card reprinted, but you gotta look at this objectively. And Konami has not reprinted, there's a lot of cards that can be reprinted. One of them is Totally Awesome, because it's still seeing play in some decks, sporadically, but with the Water Link Monster that's in dual power, it might see more play. It's not only just Totally Awesome, but Swap Frog. This card needs a reprint desperately. I'm not talking about the Ultimate Rare version at $75. That's higher than a $62 market price. No. Let's not talk about that one. Let's talk about the Stardust Overdrive Swap Frog. This common Swap Frog from Stardust Overdrive. The only printing, that's the only other printing, by the way. Market price is $2.60. Unlimited is $2.40. First editions are $2.60. This card's almost $3 for a common that came out in Stardust Overdrive. Yeah, do I think it needs a reprint? You're damn right. Now, we can make a great argument about it being a reprint of OTS Pack 10, taking the Super Rare slot, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think Konami should make this an Ultra Rare, at the very least an Ultra Rare, in dual power. I would love to see this card as a Secret Rare in Bowser Legends. Oh, amazing. But I think Konami needs to reprint this card because I think, even though I don't know if the Water Link Monster is going to be good or not, I'm hoping it is because I kind of like Water as a deck. It's fun, and we haven't played Water decks in a while. Especially with a lot of great reprints in the previous Battle Legends set, I would love to see Swap Frog given that Ultra Rare reprint, just in case Water is a deck. Speaking of other cards, Sekka's Light. Now, yes, it came out in OTS Tournament Pack 9 relatively recently. Market prices of this card's roughly a little under $3. Had original printing and flame instructions, rare. Cool beans. Rarity bump time. Let's get Sekka's Light in the Ultra Rare. Once again, I just want to preface that Konami loves making cards a higher rarity or giving a reprint of these cards and then hitting them in the balance. Remember I said that earlier in the video? Well, can we agree that Sekka Light is a busted, it's better pot of greed for a lot of these decks that don't really need spells and traps, danger variants mostly? I think Sekka's Light is definitely a busted card, and I think this card's gonna get hit in the ban list. With that said, looking at this card, in some way, shape, or form, getting hit in the ban list, I think it's fair to assume that Konami's gonna reprint Sekka's Light at a higher rarity to promote sales. Absolutely. Next, Dimensional Barrier. Another great card. Dimensional Barrier is from original prints is only $3. And yeah, there's other versions of it. There's a common version. There's a 2017 Mega 10 Secret Rare version. There's original print Secret Rare version, which is the best one to get. In fact, if you don't have it, I highly recommend buy the original print Secret Rare version of D-Barrier. For first edition versions of D-Barrier, let's go see how much is first edition D-Barriers. They're about $4 for first edition D-Barriers. Well, looking at this, looking at all versions, I feel like Konami knows that this card's a good card. I feel like every time Konami works on an archetype, they have to, in their mind, keep D-Barrier set. They have to go, okay, we can't really promote synchros too much. We can't promote decks built fully around Exceeds or Fusions as much because Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are going to start playing D-Barrier again. They're going to activate D-Barrier, and it's going to lock the new archetype that we're trying to promote and make money off of. That's the way I feel as far as the way Konami looks at D-Barrier. Obviously, we're in Lynx, and I don't think D-Barrier is going to get a rat to say Lynx. That'd be way too busted. But I do think that D-Barrier is a great card, and I think Konami knows that it'll see play in the future. With that said, I feel like Konami will make another printing of this card. Once again, it came out common, it came out secret rare, but it did not come out ultra rare, and it will be another great fluff card, as they call it. Not the card you're looking for, but a card you won't be upset if you pull it from this set in dual power. I think it'll be a phenomenal fluff card. Fluffer. Up next, the Pseudo, the Duelist Dragon Frisian. This card is just insane. It's been seeing a lot of play. The OTS Pack 7 versions are about $6. The regular rares are about $3s, and the Omega 10 versions are about $3s as well. The Shudo, I mean, yes, please reprint the Shudo, Konami-san, Senpai, whatever the hell you guys call it. It needs an ultra rare printing, absolutely. Another printing of the Shudo will give a lot of access to Yu-Gi-Oh players, and a little icing on the cake. If Konami was to make Dangerous in this set, here's the way I think about it. If Konami has more leaks, and we see the Shudo, I'm pretty confident we'll see Dangerous to follow. If we see Dangerous being leaked in dual power, I'm pretty confident we'll see the Shudo follow. They kind of go hand in hand at this point. Hell, we can even talk about Mare being in here as an ultra rare, being the fact that the only other printing of Mare is common. Up next, guys, Mythical Beast Master Cerebus. Now, wouldn't it be smart if you're Konami and you want to promote that Spellcaster structure deck that comes out 2 weeks after dual power? What's the best way to do it? Because you already got Jackal King reprinted. Everyone's gonna be wanting to get in on the Spellcaster, the hype. What else you gotta work on? Well, Cerebus, obviously. Hell, even Garuda that may or may not see play. I talked about my Market Watch the other day. It's about $4. Mythical Beast Jackal King is almost near $7. In fact, looking at the market price is about $6 for the original print secret rares. Looking at Jackal King unlimited versions is about $6. First editions are almost near $7 for Jackal King. This was a card that was $2 not long ago. The Mega 10, same thing, was about $2. Market price of this card roughly around $5.50. First edition versions are almost near $6 for Mythical Beast Master Cerebus. This card's good. And I think Konami knows this and will want to promote it again as far as reprinting it to get Yu-Gi-Oh players that reprint a Jackal, reprint a Cerebus, and even Garuda in preparation for the Spellcaster structure decks by having Yu-Gi-Oh players buy into dual power. When I went to Comic-Con 2017, little side story. I went to Comic-Con 2017, there was a Konami rep there, and he was a really nice person. I was talking to him about how Konami files their sets, especially reprints. I'm like really interested in this because reprints are kind of like what I talk about a lot. And I asked him, I go, does Konami have a theme with their reprints? And the first thing the person said was, not only do they have a theme, they make their sets to have this theme. They make it so you have to buy a star deck, you have to buy a structure deck, so in preparation for the set, they want to follow a theme as far as players buying certain products. The reason why is because you buy a structure deck with, I thought the one we specifically talked about, I think the one that had like Deco Talker, well that helps you out moving into the set, I thought this at the time, but it's like one fell into the other one to add more cards into your structure deck. Or you bought the structure deck because you needed cards for the set that's going to be coming on in the future, and this helps this come out. We kind of can see this happening with like Salamangreats. This is the best example. Salamangreats, structure deck, you got 3 of the structure decks, great. Well, what are you missing? Lady Debug. She was in another structure deck, and it kind of like went from one to the other. Because those other cards that were in, what else? Savage Strike, and then you tagged into there, you jumped into there, and you grabbed those cards with, Sunlight Wolf. And I love seeing this happen. I love the correlations that Konami does with these sets, and I think dual power is no different. And that's why that's why this video is so important. Looking at Vanity Fiend, another card, I don't think it's gonna be in dual power, but it's getting bought out in the market. So I want to throw that in there for you guys, by the way. Market price is about $7.50. Lightly played, about 6s. But look at this page 1. Can we just take a step back and look at this page? This is page 1, okay? It's 66666 market beats, I get it. And then the page bombs out at $25. In fact, we go into page 2 for Secret Rare Vanny's Emptiness. Did I say Fiend? It's about $30 for this Secret Rare. Hopefully you guys have yours. Like, you should probably get on top of that now. Next, guys, Sazanite's Constellar Diamonds also getting bought out in the market. Market price has this card roughly around $4. Unlimited's about 10s. First editions are about 13s. Page bombs out at $25. It's only one page, half a page listings. Sazanite Constellar Diamond, a great card. I talked about this the other day in my Market Watch about how Konami's really promoting older archetypes mixed in with the new archetypes. We have all these new archetypes, and it would be really cool if Konami goes, okay, you have these new archetypes, they're really fun. Well, for Yu-Gi-Oh players that A, didn't have a chance to play these archetypes, or B, played and loved these older archetypes, we're going to make new support, and we're going to have them clash. And that's what we're seeing right now. The meta is slowly old stuff and new stuff fighting each other. With Dark Neostorm, we're seeing Burning Abyss get reborn again with the new Link monster. Shadows will start just coming off the ban list slowly. Hopefully we get 3 constructs this ban list. And yeah, no, all we need left is Constellas. I mean, we got Necros reprinted. Let's get that Trinity back up and running. Hell, we're not done yet, Konami. You still got your Senjus. Oh, wait a minute. Those more, we're getting more support for that. And Ritual Beast. In second thought, don't bring back Ritual Beast. That deck's worse than, that deck is worse at Stalling for Time. Than Prank Kids. This is called for what it is. Up next, guys, tokens. I think that Konami has, recently been making a lot of super rare tokens. Beautiful super rare tokens. Well, why not ultra rare tokens? Why not bring that in? Now, if you're Konami and you're making ultra rare tokens, with dual power, you can make a token of every monster, and it'd be amazing. I mean, I think Konami definitely needs to start working on ultra rare tokens. Hell, I'm a big fan of ultimate rare tokens. Nobody's talking about that, because nobody even knows that they really want that. But ultimate rare tokens would be amazing. Can I make a suggestion? Since we're getting ready for Nationals, and I know European has the playmat, we're probably getting the same Prank Kids playmat. Can we have Prank Kids that Pyro token? I know I'm the only one. It's me and like 4 people watching, but I desperately want an ultimate rare Prank Kids Pyro token. God, man, that would be amazing. Just throwing it out there, and I really want that. Moving forward, Artifact Psy, another card that really needs to be reprinted. Obviously, came out Primal Origins 2015 Megatins, and the special edition of Primal Origins as the ultra rare as well. Actually, over there. Market price of this card is astronomical, hitting well over $16. You got one over here about 14. After that, it's, it's about almost near 15s. Primal Origins is about 15s, almost near 16s, and the ultra rare versions are about near $18 to $19 for Artifact Psy. This card absolutely needs a reprint, and to me, it's a no-brainer that Konami reprints these. In fact, you can grab all the artifacts, make them ultra rare because it's a rarity bump for all of them, or equal as far as Psy and I think more attack, and throw them in the box, and you can play would be just as happy. It really would. That'd be great. Up next, guys, Infinity Chasers. Finally got here. As far as Infinity Chasers, I'm not too big of a fan of this set. I think this has a couple of good reprint cards, but I don't know much about Infinite Track to care about them. I looked into them, and when I looked into them, I immediately was like 2 things. 1, not a big fan of Infinite Tracks, and 2, I just immediately gonna forget about that Infinite Tracks because they're just not good enough. The Watcher Evil Eyes, I kind of want a deck core, but they're not good. But we are seeing some weird things happen. Infinite Tracks going down in value compared to the pre-release prices, which makes sense. Okay, fine. Cerzio Watcher the Evil Eye is actually going higher in its price point. So maybe out of Infinite Chasers, I was wrong. And maybe Evil Eye is good. Who knows? Jacko King's roughly around $5. Guys, don't buy this yet. Please don't buy this. It's going to go lower in value. Do not buy Jacko King Super Rares. They will tank, and then you will buy. Trust me. But yeah, I don't know. I definitely want deck cores with all these 3 decks in Infinite Chasers. I'll be honest with you. I'm just not paying dumb prices for deck cores that may or may not be good. I don't think they're going to be good. And if you're like me, you already have a bunch of meta decks. One of the cheapest ones being Penta Magicians. Recently, I finished Prank Kids. I have Guru Control. I have a bunch of decks. If you're like me, you have all these decks, or even one deck, I wouldn't go too crazy on Infinite Chasers because this deck doesn't look too crazy. Nothing that's like when we got we saw Sky Strikers and Dark Saviors, and we saw Sky Strikers and we're like, God damn, this deck's gonna be good. We knew it was gonna be good. There was no question. With Infinite Chasers, nah, not seeing it. Comment question of the day comes from Greater Badass YGO. Cash Out QVV. With all the Spellbook reprints coming up, do you think Spellbook Adjustment will come back to 1? Oh, okay. First of all, let's look at Spellbook Adjustment because I want to show you guys something. A little weird correlation. Once again, this is the market. This is the market doing its thing. Looking at Spellbook of Judgment, this card used to be worthless. And as far as the Megaton version, it kind of still is. It's still higher. Megaton has at 80 cents. We see it over here. Oh, more than double the price point, $1.70. Not too crazy. Lord Attack and Galaxy, there's only 17 price listings of Spellbook of Judgment. Market price is about under $3. We can say about $3. And looking at Unlimited, is the same thing. It's about $3. First edition Spellbook of Judgments are about $16.50. I wanted to do a little bit of a dramatic pause for you guys. Spellbook of Judgment obviously is a card that's definitely people are definitely looking at. I initially talked about it in my last banless review, in which I talked about Spellbook of Judgment coming back to 1, and then not doing for the most part nothing in the meta, but allowing Yu-Gi-Oh players to grab spellbooks again, be excited about having spellbooks, and even playing them at a tier 2 deck in a locals, and maybe even topping with spellbooks. It's really fun. I love the deck, and the deck's good when previous decks post decks afterwards go, that's like spellbooks. Like, I remember when Monarch format when markets were reinvented, they were calling them literally Spellbook 2.0. Looking at Spellbook Adjustment, obviously people are looking at them, people are looking to buy them. And here's the weird thing about this: I do not suggest you buy $16 first edition Spellbook Adjustments. That's a dumb thing to do. The smart thing to do is buy unlimited versions that are $3. Hell, we can even talk about the Megaton versions. You can buy these as they are dirt cheap as well. And there's not many price listings. There's only 2 printings. 2. We know spellbooks are getting reprinted in dual power. We do not know if Spellbook Judgment is amongst them. And even if it is, it doesn't matter because Spellbook Judgment will be brought out as an ultra rare. This is the one people will care about if it was to come off the ban list. The hype would sell the secret rares and not the ultra rare. It will still be worth money, but the secrets will be is what's going to be selling. And looking at Spellbook Judgment, Lord Attack and Galaxy first editions obviously is the best one. We saw that already. Unlimited will be the second best, and then the Megatons will also be just right there, if not equal, little under the unlimited versions of the original prints. So to answer your question, as far as do I think Spellbook's coming back to 1, I've been thinking Spellbook's Subject will come back to 1 since the last ban list, and I think it won't do nothing. I think Konami wants to make it spicy. They'll bring Judgment back to 3. Hold on a second, let me go back over here. They'll bring this card to 3. Konami wants to make it really spicy. They want to really go, hey guys, look at Spellbooks. We got a new Link Monster. We got these great reprints. Look at Spellbooks. If they want us to be excited about Spellbooks again, you put this card at 3, and you banned... Where's that card? God damn it, I actually can't find the card. You ban the card that Spell Hall brings out. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about if you're an old school Spellbook player. I can't find it anymore, and yeah. If you know what it is, please comment down below so everybody can get in on it. You ban oh my god. It's the one that makes it so nobody can special summon, and you discard a card at random and destroy special summon monsters. You banned that card. So Yu-Gi-Oh players can like actually play full power spellbooks without like a really bad lock card. That's just unfair. Even though we have a lot of those in our current meta, we don't need another one being brought out by Konami unlocking spellbooks. Anyway, Paisanos, that's my Market Watch. I really appreciate you guys watching. Please make sure to type in #QVV for any of your questions. Comment down below. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Notification bell. It's your boy V, Paisanos. Have a good day.